Many things that you can lose because of a drug addiction. Your job, your family, your life. You also lose time. One man who spent 18 years addicted to drugs is now trying to prevent others from making the mistakes that he did, including the biggest one of them all, not spending more time with the one person who spent the most to him. WMAR 2 News' Megan Knight has his special story.
Russell Phillips likes to keep busy. One of the many projects he's working on includes writing a fictional novel called Dear Mom. It's about a single mother trying to save her son from going down the wrong path, a story Phillips knows all too well.
I had a good childhood. I was raised by a single mother. She gave me everything I needed and tried to give me everything I wanted.
Things took a turn for Phillips around the age of 16 when he says he started to sell drugs, then use them.
Obviously, one thing led to another. And the next thing I know, I quickly crossed that threshold of not wanting to stop and not being able to stop.
For the next 18 years, drugs controlled Phillips' life. He was arrested so many times he lost count. The number, he figures, is somewhere between 30 and 40. At one point, he was homeless. He would also disappear for days, leaving his mom, Deborah, worried and afraid.
Looking back on it, she needed to know her son was alive, and I can't imagine the pain that I put her through, through my actions.
In 2014, the law finally caught up with Phillips. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison on drug charges. His mother was heartbroken. Then a year later, while in prison in Cumberland, Phillips's heart broke into pieces when he learned his mom passed away. And worst of all, he wasn't allowed to go to her funeral.
She did a lot for me, and the fact that I wasn't able to be there for her through the toughest time of her life, that eats me alive inside, and losing her crushed me, not only losing her, but the circumstances in which I lost her, that's hard to accept, even to this day.
At that moment, Phillips knew if he continued to use drugs, it would mean either more prison time or death. So he went with the other option, get sober.
Because of the lifestyle that I lived, I wasn't conscious of all the time that I was wasting, time that could have and should have been spent with the people I love.
After being released early from prison, Phillips began the process of turning his life around. He now has 2 jobs and is starting a nonprofit called Light in the Shadows.
I try to share my story as much as possible in hopes that I can save somebody else from having to take the same road I did, and also in hopes of having people realize the importance of time.
So instead of getting high, he's giving back, donating clothes and furniture to those in need at Hope House. He even attached a note to one of his recent donations, offering hope and possibility. 2 things he wished he had learned sooner and is now sharing with others who are living the fast, drug-addicted life he once lived.
There is hope to never give up. As much as I broke my mother's heart, through the years, as many tears as I was responsible for, she never gave up on me. She always believed in me. She always knew what I was capable of. She knew the type of person I was.
Phillips is working on getting his 501c3 nonprofit status for Light in the Shadows so he can help even more families impacted by drug addiction.